not about myself or any other leader, founder. This business is for everyone, okay? Everyone, no matter how small you may think of yourself or how big you may think of yourself. All that doesn't matter. What matters is that we are all here for one common goal. We're all here for one specific reason, and that is to help as many people, as many billions of people around the world. That's what we're here to do. And so, it's a massive task. There's no doubt about it. But I always want to stress that it's not about any one particular person. Absolutely, we love our CEO. Of course we do. Right? He is the one that initiated all of this. Right? So absolutely, so there is a special place for him in all of our hearts. Right? Simply because if he didn't start this, if he didn't put us on this journey, it just wouldn't happen. And if there was someone else at the helm of the ship, it just wouldn't happen. So we know all of that, okay? And that's why he has a special place within the company, within all of our homes, our family, all of that, okay? But rest assured, OnPassive is for everyone, everywhere, okay? So that's the first thing. Second thing is, I want all of us to have fun, okay? Like my good friend Susan McCrae always says, that's her favorite F word, right? Fun, fun, fun. This business is about fun, folks. Life is about fun. It should be, okay? It should be. So while we're on this journey, all of us should be enjoying ourselves. We should not be putting unnecessary stress on ourselves, regarding anything at all. Okay, this business is about fun every single day. You want to enjoy it, okay, because that's important. Okay, every single day you want to enjoy it because that's important. Because life is short. Okay, it really is. Tomorrow is not promised to any of us. Okay, so it's so important that we, tell our loved ones that we love them every single day. Tell your spouse, your significant other, your children, parents, right, your family. Tell them that you love them every day, because that's important. Okay, because you don't know if you wake up the next morning. Okay, I'm sure there are folks somewhere in the world today that did not wake up this morning, and they had no idea that they wouldn't wake up this morning. Okay, so life is short, right? But life is also exciting. Okay, life is exciting. When you have all the proper things in place, life is exciting. Life is worth living. There is no doubt about that, right? And so as we transition into OnPassive, I want to kind of go back, and remind us, right, of the journey, because it's very important. Oftentimes we get caught up in just looking at, right now, right? And then because of that, we lose sight of all that we've been through. We lose sight of all the progress that has been made. We lose sight of all the hard work that is being done for all of our benefits. Right? This is the beauty about OnPassive, is that the company is working on your behalf, on my behalf, on all of our behalves, to get us to a place where money will no longer be an issue. Not for us to frivolously spend it, but to make a difference with that. Okay? As you build up yourself, as you gain, wealth through OnPassive, it's about making a difference in other people's lives. So we don't want to lose sight of that. So as we go back to 2018 in July, when the company first started, here's this crazy guy with this crazy idea, Ash Mafara, that looking around the landscape, looking at everything that is out there, seeing that it's just problems after problems. It's just chaos. So many people losing, and yet a few are always winning. Like, what is wrong with that picture? When we have almost 8 billion people on this planet, and yet you have a handful of people that are always winning, that just doesn't seem right. And so he decided to go on this journey. He decided to put it out there. Are there other people that think the way I think? Are there other people who are frustrated, who are fed up, who are tired of the corruption that we see? And can we make a difference? Can we do something about it? And that's what he set out to do. And then, as we know, by the end of 2018, around 10,000 decided to jump on board. And that in itself is a lot of people. 10,000 is a lot of people, right? Where I live, there's about 10,000 people that live in my community. That's it, right? And then we jump to 2019, and that number ramped up to about 50,000, right? So in a year and a half, we have about 50,000 people that says, you know what? This makes sense. Let's see if we can make a difference. And as we continued, we see the numbers grow. 400,000, 800,000, over 1 million, 1.4 million account holders in the company, right? That is something that is massive. That is a huge accomplishment. And that's simply because people start to resonate with the ideas of OnPassive, making this world a better place, be able to uplift humanity, all the terms, the terms that we've used over the years, right? That's what OnPassive is about. And it's a growing community that's spread to over 200 countries around the world. And India, specifically India was a large part of those numbers. We had a lot of people, hundreds of thousands of people from India jumped on board. Why? Because they're looking for a way out. They're looking for something that can make a difference in their lives, to be able to help their family, to take care of their family financially for the rest of their lives. And I can't imagine what it's like to be in a country with 1.4 billion with the B, people. That's a lot of people. Here in Canada, I think we have less than 40 million, 40 million in all of Canada, and yet Canada is the second largest country in the world. Right? So I can't imagine what it's like to live in India with 1.4 billion people in such a small space. So that tells me that there are a lot of people in India, right, that persevere. There are a lot of people there that are hard workers. There are a lot of people there that continue to do what they can for their families, but it can't be easy. It just can't be easy. Because even if we say that 50% of the population is doing well, that still leaves 700 million people that are not doing well. So any way you look at India as a country, there are a lot of people there that are in need. A lot of people. And I'm sure you know some of them. It may even be you yourself. Okay, but certainly you jump into OnPassive because you saw the possibilities. You've been searching and looking for that way out, trying to find a company that you can trust, trying to find a company that will deliver what it says it will do, trying to find a company that will still be here a year later, 2 years later, 5 years, 10 years, trying to find that company. And that's what OnPassive is. Right? That's what OnPassive is. OnPassive is a safe environment. OnPassive is that company that's going to take you to whatever your dreams are. OnPassive is going to help you accomplish every single one of them. That's a good thing to know, folks. OnPassive is all about positivity. That's what it's about. This company coined the phrase CATMO, CATMO. Right? Why? Because every single one of us join companies, and these companies tell us to do what? You need to be able to recruit other people. If you can't recruit people in, you're not going to make any money. They tell you that you have to be able to sell these products. And if you can't sell the products, you're not going to make any money. Most of us are not salespeople. The majority of people in the world, the majority, so more than 80% of the people in the world are not salespeople. We can't sell. Okay? We can't sell. Or we certainly cannot sell enough to make it a living, right? To make it a career. It just doesn't work. And so OnPassive says, we understand this, we get it. So let's create something that is completely automated. Let's create a business that will even provide targeted, not just traffic, but targeted traffic. Let's create a system that will automate the entire sales process so that people can finally win. People can finally have the success that they're looking for. People can finally be in a situation where money is no longer an issue. That's what OnPassive is about. But guess what, folks? It takes time for that to happen, right? It just doesn't happen overnight. You see, we get caught up in comparing OnPassive to what we know. Right? Well, I know this company that I joined, and they were able to launch in 2 days. They were able to launch in 90 days. They were able to launch in 30 days, right? So we're comparing OnPassive to that, but that's not OnPassive, right? If you really want to compare OnPassive, you have to take the approach of looking at, hey, how did Apple get started? How did Microsoft get started, right? How did those great companies get started? Did it happen overnight, right? We're on Zoom right now. How did Zoom get started? Did it happen overnight? Did it take them 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year? How long did it take them to actually come out to the public? And once they came out to the public, what type of traction, right, were they having? Okay? What type of traction did they have in the beginning? Right? So we have to be mindful of what we're thinking and how we see our company OnPassive. We have to be mindful because we want this mind, our thinking cap, we want it to be right. We want to be focused on the right things because your life is going to be changed. So if you know your life is going to be changed, it's important to start to think properly because you don't want all of a sudden you have this business that is bringing in income month after month after month and you're using it foolishly because that's not the plan. That is not how you're going to help your brother. That is not how you're going to help your sister. That is not how you're going to help your neighbor. Okay? Not at all. We want to be able to impact society. And how do you do that? By stimulating the economy. Right? You want to be able to stimulate the economy by creating jobs for others. Right? By providing, all the basic necessities that one needs in life. All of us can do that within our community. Every single one of us. We know that there's a lot of ills in society. Okay? We have some sick people among us. All right? There's a lot of ills. And what we want to be able to do is to be able to uplift people, make a difference in their lives so that they in turn will impact others. Okay? That's what it's all about. Right? So let's think about that for a minute. How will OnPassive do just that? Okay? So the company says that we have to have certain things in place, such as branding, right? You can't just open up a company and then expect everyone is running to buy what you have if they don't know you, if they don't trust you, if they don't like you. So you have to brand. Okay? No different than if you right now says, okay, you know what? I have this great idea. I want to go out there and I want to sell, sell these pens. So I'm going out there to sell pens. But no one knows you. They don't know who you are. Right? Are they going to buy from you? Will they trust you that the pen actually works? Will they trust you that you actually give them a fair price? Right? So you have to build up a brand, build up an awareness. You understand? And that's what the company has been doing. But it took time to get there, and then when the time was right, okay, now let's start to build the brand. And that's what we're seeing in the Burj Khalifa, light shows, and what we're seeing all around Dubai, right? And what we're seeing when the company expanded into the various countries, Singapore, Egypt, etc. Right? That's what we're seeing, the partnerships. That's what we're seeing. All of these things are there in place for you and for me. It's for us. So if the company is doing all of this for us, then we should be supporting the company. We should not look at this as an opportunity. Well, there's 1.4 million account holders. Maybe I can go sell them something, right? No, right? That's not what we want to be doing. We want to focus on what our goal is from the beginning, and that is to impact change in your life. That is to be able to put money in your pocket so you can feed your family for life. That's what the bottom line is, folks. So we have to stay on the same page. We have to continue to stay focused. We want to do everything in our power to make sure that everything that we're doing is ethical. We want to make sure that everything that we're doing is above board. We want to make sure that everything that we're doing is legal. So all of this comes into play in what we're trying to accomplish with OnPassive. Because if we don't do something that is different, we're going to get the exact same results like before. And for the majority of us, that's just failure after failure after failure. That's not what we're looking for, folks. So this is why we want to be able to do things different. And everything that you see that OnPassive is doing is just that. It is different. Have you ever been in a company that had a light show on Burj Khalifa promoting its brand? Have you ever been in a company like that?
Hello.
Have you ever been in a company that had a train station, a major train station named after it? Have you ever been in a company like that? Have you ever been in a company that actually have offices in the tallest building in the world? Have you ever been in a company like that? And the list goes on, folks, right? The FIFA, best moments, all these things. You need to think about that. Have you ever been in a company with all of this? It's important to understand that. Why? Because it's all for our benefit. So the company knows what it's doing, because all of this stuff, just one is enough. Just one. But based upon the lofty goals that this company has, we need to do as much as possible so that in the end, you will be able to make as much as possible. Everything in OnPassive is unlimited. Everything. It's unlimited. And it's not based upon you being a tech person. Oh, I'm an IT. Doesn't matter. It's not based upon you being a marketer. Doesn't matter. Because most of us are not. Right? Because if it depended on us being a marketer, we would fail. So thank God that is not the case. Right? It doesn't matter that, well, I have 3 PhDs. I have, 3 master's degree. I'm an engineer. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. That person that is selling goods in the local market, that person can be in OnPassive, and that person can become financially free because of OnPassive. Doesn't matter your background. Doesn't matter your religion. Doesn't matter. Well, doesn't matter. I'm tall. I'm good looking. Doesn't matter. I can speak well. Doesn't matter. That's what I love about OnPassive. That every single person, I don't care what country you're in, I don't care what continent you're on, I don't care what village you're from, I don't care what language you speak, none of that matters. You have a fighting chance in OnPassive. You will win because all of that does not matter. That is a wonderful thing, folks. That is great to know that that is the company that you're involved with, right? So Here we are today. It's what? August 10th, 2023. And we are on the verge of having our first product going to the marketplace. The company is telling us to be ready. But are we? Are we ready? Are we prepared? Meaning, have you logged into your account lately? Right. Have you logged into your OES? Have you logged into your ecosystem? Are you ready? Do you know what the first paid product is? Because I bet you some founders have no clue. They have no idea what that first one is. No clue, right? Something as simple as that, right? Folks, the company's doing all the heavy lifting, not us. We didn't create any of these products. We didn't contribute to the cost each month that the company has to pay. The company already told us your $97 will be credited back to your account. Right? So that means you didn't contribute to anything. All you have to do was just get in. Unfortunately for you, you did just that. Right? All you had to do was just get in. But we have to prepare ourselves though. We've had 5 years, depending on when you came in. Some in for 2 years, 3. Okay, we've had all this time to have the opportunity to watch what the company's doing, to look at it. For example, okay, company has a contest. That is a brilliant way to market, right? It's a brilliant way to market. I can get subscribers, I can get people creating a free account just by offering them a contest. To be a part of a contest, they can win something. And people will subscribe, people will create a free account, right? Again, a lot of people are not thinking of that. All you see is, oh, I can win $10,000, oh, I can win $5,000. You're not seeing the bigger picture. Everything that the company's doing, they're giving us ideas if you're thinking. Right? Because all of this that the company's doing, this is testing, folks. The company's testing, right? Testing different websites, seeing how people react to it, how it attract visitors, all these things. There's a lot of testing that's going on that you're probably not aware of because you're not really paying attention. Okay, here's OConnect. Okay, but it's not a full-blown OConnect. It's a test version, right? It doesn't mean that every single founder is going to be using OConnect every single day and everything that they do. No. But many have tested it. They've opened up a webinar, they've had 500 people on it, 100 people on it, some 2 on it, right? They've tested it. Yes, it worked. Yeah, they were able to hear me, all these things, right? Testing. That's the name of the game. If you want to go out there with a bang, if you want to go viral on day one, you have to make sure all of these things. So the company is preparing, which is the same way we ought to be preparing. Right? Everything is testing, folks. So that when we open the doors, the customers come flooding in. Create an awareness, create a bang, so that others want exactly what you have. Marketing is an art and it's also a science. Okay? It's not for everyone. Everyone cannot be a good marketer. Just like everyone cannot be a good lawyer. A lot of people go to law school. It doesn't mean that every single one of them graduated. And it doesn't mean that even the ones who graduate, it doesn't mean that they actually got a job as a lawyer. Many have a job doing something totally different than what they went to school for. Because it's not for everyone. Being an engineer is not for everyone. Right? Some people are mechanical engineers, some are civil engineers. Right? Some of them got an engineering degree and they go into teaching. Right? It's not for everyone. We have to understand that. Right? So OnPassive says, if we left it up to you To build this business, you would fail. And this is why we have to do it for you. But by doing it for you doesn't mean that you don't do anything. It doesn't mean you sit back and your hands are like this and you just click your wallet and, oh my gosh, look, I got $1 million sitting in my wallet. Okay? It doesn't work like that. Okay? The company is doing it for you, doing the things that you can't do. But surely we could migrate from old founders to OES. We still have founders who have not done that. Why? Does it make you more committed? Does it cost you money to do that? No. If you don't make that transition, guess what? You're not in it. And if you're not in it, guess what? You can't win. Right? Simple things that we have to do. The company says, hey, you know what? You can go onto the blogs. You can like, you can go onto a corporate YouTube channel. You can subscribe to it. Just have to click. Just click. And founders are not even doing that. Not even that. We should have way more subscribers on the corporate YouTube channel. We should. Right? The videos then, we should have way more viewership on those videos. But why not? Right? Think about that, folks. Every single one of us should be a subscriber. This is your business. Right? You want the apples. Right? You want money in your pocket. But the simple things the company is asking us to do, and we don't even do it. Folks, if you want to succeed beyond your wildest dreams, just pay attention and do the little things. The little things. You open up a Gmail account, and you never log back into your Gmail account. And then you come crying one day saying, oh, sir, I can't get into my Gmail account. They closed it on me. I forgot my password. Or I lost my phone. That's a favorite one in India. I lost my phone. I bet you I can make a fortune in India if I go around finding these lost phones. Now, again, I'm not saying it's not true. Maybe everybody in India loses their phone all the time. I don't know. I don't live there. Right? But I know I've never lost a phone, like ever. Right now I've got, I think, 3 phones on my desk. I've never lost one. Right? They're here. But my point is, if we're paying attention and doing the little things, then we're fine. Right? We're perfectly fine. The little things. Log into your account each day. Click on updates. Check out the webinars. Visit a webinar. Attend one. You don't need to spend every single waking moment attending webinars and OnPassive. No. Okay? You have a life. Right? You have a family, etc. Okay? But just do the little things, folks. Because this is practice. So when we open up commercially, you're doing these things because it now becomes a habit. And we're not getting that. Right? By logging in, it teaches you to log in the future. Right? You see how simple that is? Simple. By understanding what's inside your OES. Okay, so when we open the doors commercially, you know what's there already. You don't wait until now we're opening the door, now we're starting to sell, now you're trying to figure things out. Oh, what's this O Connect thing? Oh, what's O Trim? Like what are these things? You have time now to figure it out. So in case you don't know, you can ask questions. And then we can help you. Right? We can help you. Don't wait until the appointed time and now you're running for help. You're scrambling for help. We have all this time to prepare. Okay, we're going to buy OConnect. We're going to buy the first paid product. We're going to buy it. And people are confused. Oh, but I thought the CEO says for the first 3 months we're not paying anything. Never said that. I thought I only paid the 97 one time and nothing more further. No one ever said that. Get ready, folks. Have some money set aside. Don't spend your money on foolishness. Don't spend your money on marketing, advertising, all these things. Don't spend your money on that. It's not necessary. The company's spending millions on branding, on marketing, on advertising, on promotion. Don't go spend your $100 or $50 or $20 or $10 on foolishness. Stay focused. This is going to do more for you financially than anything else that you've done in your life. There are people who've worked for 40 years, and 1 month in OnPassive is going to surpass all that they've done in those 40 years. Not everybody, everyone, but there will be some. Okay? There will be some that 1 year in OnPassive, having sales, having products being sold, 1 year in OnPassive is going to supersede all that they've done their entire lives. Because it's unlimited. The potential is unlimited. Folks, you have to understand what you're involved with here. I've said it many times. This is not a business to help you make $100 a month. That's a lot of work to be done just to do that, right? No. OnPassive was designed to help you generate wealth. That's what OnPassive is about. You have to understand what wealth is. If you're not used to having money, or when I say money, I'm talking, if you're not used to having wealth, if you're not used to having a large income, let's say, then you have to get your mind right. You have to wrap it around, what are some of the things I need to do? It doesn't mean, oh, wow, I'm having good income now, let me go buy 10 cars. No, it's nonsense. Unless you have 10 family members that each need a car, that's different. Okay? But not 10 cars just to have them sit in your driveway so people can look and see you. We have a lot of people in OnPassive that just want to be seen. A lot of people. We need to change that mindset. We have a lot of people that want to be on panels. Webinar comes and they want to be on the panel. Oh, I want everybody to see me. I want you to say my name. What is that? That's not why. I did not join OnPassive to be on a panel. That's not why I joined OnPassive. So when the apple starts to flow, we don't want to let everybody see me now. Wrong reason, folks. Let people know you for being a giver. Right? Let people know that, oh, you know what? It was Gvrao that set up this hospital in our community. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. That's perfectly acceptable. You can put your name on the building if you want. The Gvrao South India Hospital. It's perfectly fine. Right?
Super.
To have, NAGMA school for, juniors, right? That's perfectly fine. Have your name, that's fine. Let people know you for that because you gave to that community, right? You all of a sudden provide affordable housing in your community, right? You were able to do that. Sure, put your name on it, no problem. Be known for a giver, right? Don't just be known because, oh, I see you everywhere. Oh my gosh, you're everywhere. Oh, you must be important or something. That doesn't mean anything, folks. Okay? Being important does not put food on other people's table. It just doesn't. All right? We want the mind to be right. Because if it is right, you're going to do right things. If your mind is wrong, you're going to do wrong things. If your mind is bad, you're going to do bad things. If your mind is evil, you're going to do evil things. It's common sense, folks. If you are a person who loves to give, the more money you have, it's the more you're going to give. You see how that works? If you're a person who likes to keep things to yourself, the more you have is the more you're going to keep to yourself. Simple stuff, right? That's how life is, folks. That's how life is. OnPassive wants to change that. OnPassive wants you to have your arms wide open so that you can give as much as you can. So OnPassive wants you to make as much as you can. You see how that works? OnPassive don't want to put a limitation on you. OnPassive wants to give you something that has unlimited potential so that you can give as much as you can. You can't give what you don't have. How can you? If you know in your community they need $1 million donation so that they can provide clean water in the neighborhoods, right? But you only have $10. Can you give $1 million? You can't give what you don't have. And the company's not saying to give everything that you have. No. The company's saying take care of yourself and your family. And the excess that you do have, give it. Give it. Right? Folks, this is the time to get ready for the greatest shape of your life. This is the time. This is the time. We're on the verge of that. Everyone wants to know, sir, when do we open the doors? When does the apples come in? When do we start to sell? Everyone wants to know that. But if we open the doors tomorrow, are you ready? Are you prepared for it? Do you know what you're going to do? Do you know how to get into your accounts? Right? When was the last time you logged in? You understand, folks? Be ready. Is your mind ready? Are you thinking that, man, I'm going to make all this money and I'm going to go buy the biggest mansion possible so that everybody can see that I have the most expensive home in the neighborhood? Right? Is that what you're thinking? Well, as soon as we start to sell, I'm going to make sure I go buy a Ferrari. Right, that's the first thing I'm going to do with that money. Like, is that what you're thinking? Right? Now, I encourage everyone to take care of themselves and their family first. Absolutely. Make sure your bills are being paid. Make sure any debts that you have, get rid of them. If you've got a mortgage on a home, get rid of them. All right? You've got a car loan, get rid of it. All right? Take care of your debt. Okay? Pay them off. So take care of yourself and your family first. Go out and have a nice dinner. Absolutely. Right? Nothing wrong with that. Okay? But make sure it's a priority. Make sure it's a priority to look around your community right now. Look around. See what's needed. Take a look. See what's needed. All right? And what you can do about what's needed. Make note of it. So that when it's time and you are in a position, you have the resource, then you can now act. Maybe it's forming partnerships. Maybe it's getting together with other founders and say, you know what? This is what we can do for this community. Okay, we're in South India, so let's come together and this is what we're going to do together to build up our neighborhood, build up our community, so that people in our community, they don't have to be non-passive for you to help them. Okay? But by all means, that's exactly what you want to do. You want to be able to help them. This company is about no one getting left behind. No one. Right? No one getting left behind. So that's what we want to do. Folks, when I come to India, I want to see all the good that our founders are doing. I want to see it. I don't want people to tell me, oh, I'm doing this or I'm doing that, I'm doing that. No, I want to see it. I want to see the lives that you have helped transform. I want to see it. Because if you come visit me here, you'll be able to see what we are doing, what we have done, and so on. Because we lead by example. As a founder, you are a leader. As a founder, you are a leader. You will be leading others. It doesn't mean that, I can speak well. It doesn't mean any of that stuff. It leads by example. Can people look at you and see, wow, look what that person is doing. That's a good act. Oh, that was a random act of kindness. All of that good stuff. Right? Are you contributing to the upliftment of your community, or are you contributing to bringing it down? Right? What are you doing? Well, there are lots of things that needs to be done. Ashmafara can't do it by himself. So he says, hey, let me get some people together so that we can all do it together. Right? It's much more easier for you in India to help India than it is for somebody outside of India to help India. If you're in Bangladesh, it's much easier for you in Bangladesh to help Bangladesh than somebody who's outside, right? You would know your country, your community better than somebody who lives outside of it. Makes sense? So if we can empower you, if we can build you up, if we can give you the resources that is needed, then you can help your local community in your country. You see how that works, folks? OnPassive is a brilliant idea. It is. And you are a part of that brilliant idea. It's time that the world gets a proper change. Things didn't always, be like this, right? Things wasn't always like this. There was a time when people actually cared about people, where people actually helped each other out in their neighborhoods. There was a time. But a lot of greed has crept in. A lot of hoarding has crept in. Right? When we've seen billionaires after billionaires popping up, and what are they doing? How are they really impacting society? A lot of great inventions, don't get me wrong. Right? And some are doing some really good work. I'm not saying that. But it should be a lot more than that, though, right? It should be a lot more. Because too many people are in need. Over 6 billion people around the world are in need. I would suggest to you that more than 1 billion with a B people in India are in need. Without me living there, I know that for a fact. That's a lot of people. 1 billion, that's the entire continent of Africa. 1 billion. That is a lot of people. America, Canada, all of the Caribbean islands, Mexico, so all of North America does not add up to 1 billion. That's a lot of people. And we're talking about people that are in need. I am sure that these 1 billion people that I'm talking about in India, if they were receiving 10,000 US dollars every single year, 10,000 US dollars every single year from OnPassive, I am sure that they'll be living a much better life. I'm sure of it. I am sure of it. How much more if their income is way beyond that? India's done a lot of good. A lot of good. There are a lot of brilliant people in India. We know this. United States, they hire a lot of people from India. We get that. There are Indians all over the globe. There's lots of Indians here in Canada. A lot of brilliant people. But just like everywhere, you also have some people that are not the best examples of their communities. India is no different. Right? America is no different. Canada is no different. Every single country around the world, there's good and there's bad. That's just life is. But we're trying to eradicate that. One way of doing that is uplifting people out of poverty. Can you imagine if you had no poverty in India? You had no poor people. Can you imagine that? Right? Would it be safer for the women then to walk down the streets? Would it be safer for store owners to not worrying about someone robbing them? Would people, young kids, be able to have more of a potential, be able to fulfill their dreams if you take out the poverty out of the equation? Because when you take poverty out, folks, it simply means that money is no longer an issue. That's what it means. I've said it before that money is a tool. It's a tool that we use. So we use it. We don't use people, we use money. Right? We don't love money, we love people. You see the difference, folks? It's all in how you think. Because by you thinking the way you ought to be thinking, by you thinking the way God intended for you to think, a lot of good things happen in your life. Right? Some people call them miracles. Right? A lot of good things happen in your life. OnPassive is such a thing. OnPassive is a good thing in your life right now. So you ought to treat it as such. The CEO says, how you treat your business is the way your business is going to treat you. So if you want to have $1 million business, then you better treat your business like $1 million. Right? These are simple things, folks. Right? You have to treat your business with respect. Okay? That means, when the latest shiny thing comes along, I don't run to all my founders and say, hey, come join me in this new shiny thing. That's not treating your business with respect. Right? You got to treat your business with respect, because I'm sure you want respect. All of us want respect. We want to be respected, obviously. And it's a good thing to be respected, of course. Makes you feel good about yourself, right? Let's respect the very business that is there to help us out of our financial rut. Let's respect the business that is there to create that financial dynasty for us. Think of some of these families that the grandfather was wealthy and he passed on his wealth to his children, and they pass on the wealth to their children, and they pass on the wealth to their, and so on down the line. Think of that. You have the potential right now to do just that. Whereas you, as a founding member in OnPassive, has the potential to now pass on wealth to your children, and they have the potential to pass on wealth to their children, and so on. You have that right now in your hands. You have right now in your hands the potential to fulfill whatever that dream that you have, whatever it is. Because many of us, you reach 40, you reach 50, you reach 60, it's, I don't have time to dream anymore. That's just full up, But we can actually dust off our dreams. We can pick it up and we can say, yes, this is what I really wanted to do in life. I know my parents forced me to go be a doctor, but I don't want to be no doctor. Right? This is what I really want to do. So now, guess what? Money's no longer an issue because I can still take care of my family. And that's why your parents wanted you to be a doctor, so you can take care of your family. I can still take care of my family and actually do what I really want to do in life. As long as it's positive, okay? So if you're one of those that, what you really wanted to do wasn't so nice, okay, let's just keep that in the box. All right, let's not bring that out. All right? Folks, OnPassive is going to give you so much, which is why we want you to be a giver. We can't say that enough about being a giver. We cannot say enough about that. It's not just lip service, folks. It is real. And give from your heart. It's like going to a restaurant, okay? And it's time to tip. Yeah, you can tip 15%. That's usually what standard tipping practice is. Right? But maybe you should tip 20%, maybe 25%. I don't know, maybe 50%. All depends on what you're working with, right? Right? Because you can make someone's day. We've seen this done by our CEO. Seen it, right? Seen the reaction of that person who received that gift. Seen their reaction, seen how it made their day, probably their month, maybe even their year. You understand, folks? And this is why, for me, putting smiles on people's face, that is so important. It is so important, right? Having that godly family, having that family that others can look and says, wow, right? What are they doing? Why are they so happy? Why is everything going so well for them? How can we get that for our family? Be a living example for others, right? That's what I'm about. And this is why I go above and beyond to help as many as I can. Does it mean I'll be able to help every single person? No, absolutely not. But I will do my best until the day that I die. I will do my best to help as many people, to touch people's lives for the positive, for the good, worldwide. And by doing so, that others will see it and others will get an impact, right? That they in turn will do it, so that it becomes a chain reaction. It's not for anyone to praise me. It's not for anyone to pat me on the back. It's none of that stuff. I don't even need an introduction. Don't need any of that stuff. When I came into OnPassive, my intention was just stay behind the scenes and that's it. That's all I wanted to do. OnPassive is about changing lives, folks. And I want every single one of us, you, right now who's hearing me speak, I want you to be able to impact other people's lives in a positive way. You. Yeah, I'm talking to you. I want you to be able to do just that. Because that's what OnPassive is about. And so we can all be excited knowing that it's a done deal. We can all be excited knowing that it is coming. We're in 2023. It is coming, folks. We're not just saying this. We're not going to be here 2024 talking about it. It's coming. Okay? But don't get caught up. Don't get fixated on dates. Don't worry about August 1st. Don't worry about the first part of August. Don't worry about August month. Right? We don't want to rush something only to have a setback. I know people are in need. People are in need. Right? We all have need for money. We all do. We all have things in our lives that need attention financially. But not because of that doesn't mean that we should rush. We want to make sure everything. Can you imagine you're building a house and the person who owns the home, they're saying, come on, like, why isn't it done yet? Hurry up, I want to move in my house right now. And so because the builders, they feel pressured, they say, okay, you know what? Okay, I know that the foundation isn't stable. I know that the fire code is not intact. I know that probably the gas line in the kitchen is probably not set the way it should be. There's a little spark and the house is probably going to blow up. You probably will die inside there. But because you're pressuring me, let me give it to you anyways. Here you go. The house is finished. Go ahead. Move in. And the day you move in and you go into that kitchen and you start to turn on that stove and it just blows up. And all of you die inside there. All of you. Would it be worth it? It wouldn't be, would it? Right? So you don't rush the builder. You don't say, come on, come on, come on. I was just watching a show last night, and I forgot, it was Air Transat, okay? Air Transat Airlines. And there's a flight, and there's over 300 people on the flight. And they ran into problems in the air. And the plane was pretty much just a glider. So all the engines then comped up, they're just gliding. And they're over water, they're over the Atlantic, I believe. And they, long story short, they made it, they were able to land, right? And the reason all that happened was because of cutting corners. Cutting corners on some mechanical parts. Can you imagine that? They cut corners on some mechanical parts on the plane just to get the plane going and risk the lives of over 300 people. Now, it worked out for them, but we know of other stories where it didn't work out, right? So we're not trying to cut corners and OnPassive. We're trying to do everything top notch. That's what we talk about, one top to the next, top to the next. Everything top notch. We want to ensure that what we have as a finished product is nothing but the best. Why? Because people will pay for that. Customers will come and they will pay for it and they'll be happy with it and they will tell other people about it, right? How many times you go online to buy something and then there's all these people that review, oh yeah, this was good, oh no, this was bad, don't buy it, blah, 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 right? We want to have nothing but good reviews about our products because when you have that, it encourages more people to buy. And when more customers are buying, what does that mean for you? It puts more money in your pocket. So it's a good thing, folks. So we just have to continue to trust our CEO, trust the company, trust that they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. Because it's just like, if I have a legal problem, I'm not gonna go to my cousin Susie and say, Susie, you know, can you help with this legal problem? I'm gonna go to a lawyer. And not just any lawyer, I'm gonna try to find the best lawyer for that particular situation. Why? Because I want the best possible outcome, right? So we are not the experts. The company hired the experts. And so we have to trust the experts that they know what they're doing. That's why they're getting paid the big bucks, okay? So that they will build a business for you, for me, and for our generations to come. See, folks? That's why we can relax. That's why we can be calm. That's why we can be confident knowing that we have a real solution. A real solution. We all know the story that Zoom took 4 years just to bring out one product. We all know that. And yet we want to rush the company. It's okay, folks. We're going somewhere that we've never gone before, and every single one of us is going to win. That is the bottom line. You're going to win. I'm going to win. We, all of us, we are all going to win. That is the message. That is the takeaway, that all of us can relax. So thank you so much for having me today, Gvrao. I turn it back to you, my friend.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. You are a very much enthusiastic presentation on behalf of India and South Indian people also. ఫ్రెండ్స్ మనందరం కూడా చూసాం, చాలా అద్భుతమైనటువంటి, చాలా ఉత్సాహభరితమైనటువంటి, సుమారుగా గంట 10 నిమిషాల పాటు మన మైకేల్ విలియమ్స్ సారు మనకు అనేక విషయాలని చాలా అద్భుతంగా OnPassive యొక్క విలువని, అదేవిధంగా OnPassiveలో మనకున్నటువంటి రాబోయేటువంటి ఫ్యూచర్ని, భవిష్యత్తుని మనకి అద్భుతంగా మనకి వివరించి ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేసి చెప్పారు. దానికి ముఖ్యంగా మనం చాలా సంతోషంగా మన మైకేల్ విలియమ్స్ సార్కి ధన్యవాదాలు తెలియజేస్తూ, అదేవిధంగా ఈ సెషన్ అనేది కంప్లీట్గా ఓన్లీ 90 minutes టైం మాత్రమే ఉంది. ఎందుకంటే సార్కి ఓన్లీ చాలా ఎక్స్క్లూజివ్గా వేరే టైమింగ్స్ ఉండటం వల్ల, టైమింగ్ అనేది చాలా తక్కువ ఉండటం వల్ల 7:38 to 9:30 వరకు మాత్రమే దీనికి మనకి టైం ఇచ్చారు. ఆల్మోస్ట్ ఆల్ ఇప్పుడు 9:10 అయింది కాబట్టి మనకి ఇంకా ఆల్మోస్ట్ ఆల్ మనకు ఒక 20 minutes టైం మాత్రమే మనకు ఉంటుంది. ఇప్పుడు సార్ చెప్పినటువంటి అనేక విషయాలను మనం రేపు మళ్ళీ ఒక వెబినార్ పెట్టుకొని అందులో మనం తెలుగులో ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేసుకోవడానికి వీలుగా ఉంటుందని నేనైతే ఆశిస్తున్నాను. సో మన ఫౌండర్ తరఫున, అందరి తరఫున నేను మైకేల్ విలియమ్స్ సార్ని మనకు అర్థమయ్యేటట్టుగా ఒక క్వశ్చన్ మాత్రానికి అడుగుతాను. సో దానికి సంబంధించినటువంటి ఆన్సర్ మనం రాబడదాం. అది చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్ ఇది మనందరికి కూడా. సో థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ మచ్ సార్. మైకేల్ సార్, యూ ఆర్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయినింగ్ సో మచ్ థింగ్స్ రిగార్డింగ్ OnPassive and how it will be the glory to all the across the world, the founders and the customers all about. And thank you very much for, because you are the trust, everyone know. Today, I think 4,000 plus attendees were already attended. So they are all so much happy. And the time is very crucial to me and all of us. So I would like to ask you one, two questions behalf of founders. If you permit, I will ask that questions. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes,
The first
sir,
question
you
is,
can.
hello? Okay, sir. Thank you. And the first question, shall we get individual domains now or later? When the doors will be opening after, I think, as per whenever the company will launch to the public, we will get individual domains or not?
Okay, so we're not going to get domains right away. Okay, but we will get that. I believe our CEO mentioned this year that we will have O domain as well as O create. So it's coming, okay, but not right away as we open the doors and start to sell O connect. Not right away, but it is coming. We will have our own domain. That is part of the business model. Yes.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you. And second question, product package and traffic package. And shall we get immediately when the doors will open, including traffic package along with product package?
That remains to be seen, but I don't believe we're going to have traffic right away. Not individual traffic that we can buy. The company will be, continuing their branding, their marketing on behalf of all of us. The company will be doing that, so we'll have it that way, but not as individual packages that we can purchase from the company. But that's also coming. Remember now, okay, the company's not giving us everything one time, right? Just like we don't see all the products in right now, okay? We just see a few of them, right? And so the company has a strategic plan to deliver all of that to us, right? So just like how, we were able to test, O Mail and O Trim and so on, O Connect, right? So the same thing is that they're slowly going to open the doors. Okay, now you have O Connect. Right after that, okay, now you got O Tracker that you can sell. And so slowly, right, the doors are opening and more will be delivered to us, including targeted traffic that we can purchase.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you very much. And the last question, and this is not only my question. I think 1.4 million people across the founders thinking about this question. This question is how a zero team founder will get money without doing any work.
Super, sir. Super question. Super question, sir.
Okay, folks. Let's understand the business, right? In order to make money, we have to sell products. Okay. If we don't sell any products and the company's giving us money, okay, the SEC, the government, they're gonna come in and shut us right down. Boom, done. You're out. You're finished. Okay. Have you ever seen a company out there in the marketplace that's just giving people money for doing absolutely nothing, and they're still around today? Have you seen any of those companies? None. Zero. Not one. Many companies have come and said, oh, yeah, don't need to do nothing. Just put in $10, $100, $50, whatever. Just put the money in, and we're going to make you all this money, and you don't need to do anything at all. Where are those companies today? Okay? Because that's not a real business model. That is someone playing a game to take as much money as they can from you and run off with it, and you're left wondering what happened. Okay? That's not OnPassive. A real business, look at Apple, for example. Okay, they sell here's a new iPhone. Okay, here's iPhone 12. Okay, now there's iPhone 12 Pro Max. Then there's iPhone 14 and so on, right? They're selling real products and the company's bringing in revenue, okay? OnPassive will sell real products. We're gonna sell O Connect and bring in revenue. We're gonna sell O Tracker and bring in revenue. We're gonna sell O Academy and bringing rent, and so on and so on and so on. Okay? So here I am, I'm in OnPassive. I didn't share the business with no one at all. Okay? How am I going to make money? Products have to be sold. Right? Now here's the beauty of it though. The company already generated a lot of customers. Right? The company will continue to generate more customers. Those customers have to go somewhere. Because you cannot come into OnPassive unless you come through a founder. See how that works? That includes founders that don't have, the team as you call it, right? The bottom line is that every single one of us will be able to generate sales of the products, and as a result, we're going to make money. So no one needs to be worried about that. Like no one, not one person needs to be worried about that. Every single one of us are going to win. Fact of the matter, right now, you have 10 credits in your account. You already made money. Okay? But we have to be wise. We have to think wisely. Right? The company will find ways and means for every single one of us to generate income. Okay? The company don't need to spell everything out there. Because guess what? When we say A, the YouTubers take it and they run off and they put it out there, right? For all to see. It's not necessary. But just take confidence, right? Just be assured that every single person will make money in OnPassive, because the reason for that is because products will be sold. And as long as there's sales, there's money coming in, and the company will distribute that. Okay, the company will find legal ways and legal means to distribute its revenue, to distribute its profit, etc. Okay, the company wants to share its revenue with us, okay, in a legal way, so that there's no government agency around the world that's going to come and say, hey, you're doing something wrong. This is why the company has opened up its books so people can see, right? Entities, authorities, etc., can look and see what's going on, what we're about, and whatever adjustments needs to be made, etc. All of that is being done behind the scenes, so that we can be proud of our company, and that every single one of us will win. So don't worry about it if you have not shared anything with anyone. Okay? All of us have the ability to do so, by the way. All of us have the ability to do so. And the company is providing all the tools, all the resources that we need to make it as easy as ABC for every single founder that's in this company. So don't worry. There will be ways. Now, if I'm a founder and I'm not actively sharing the products, the business, etc., okay, don't expect that you're going to walk away with the same income as someone, that has shared it with 100,000 or 500,000 or 10,000. You understand? All of us will make money, but if we're not going to make money on the same, right? I will not make the same as you. You will not make the same as me, etc. Okay? Because that's only fair, right? If I roll up my sleeves and I go to work and I'm out there selling a lot of products, should I make the same money as someone who just sits there and says, hey, let's put money in my wallet? Now that wouldn't be fair, would it? There would be no incentive for me to roll up my sleeve and go to work. You understand? So it's important that everyone, and it's only fair, folks, so no one should complain about something like that. No one should be upset about something like that. That's only fair, and it makes sense. Okay, but guess what? There will be a lot of founders that will help those that are in need of help. Okay, that will also happen. There'll be many ways for every single founder to generate the income that you're looking for. Okay, we're all going to be fine. Every single one of us. Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you very much. And actually, Jashwant Singh Jesse have already joined, but due to fever, he left from the webinar, and I would like to say one thing. And behalf of South Indian, so many leaders were doing so much hard work, because South Indian has a completely Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. These both states having Telugu language, and we have been working with my leaders, R.K. Reddy and Ramanjulu and Narasimha Reddy and Balaji Naik, PM Reddy and B.S. Gaud and Timmappa Nagaraju, and all the leaders who are doing so much hard work from last 2 to 3 years, build such a huge community. So please recognize all of these members, and whenever we need help, we definitely ask you. And one of a few attendees were asking 1 or 2 questions. One of the order of series, that's already here. Please go and ask one question quickly. Only 1
Thanks
minute.
I don't have any questions, sir. Thank you so much.
Please ask. Do you have any question?
No, I don't have any questions, sir. I'm good. Thank you.
Sir Michael sir is an Narasimha software engineer doing in JP Morgan company. And Swapna Gupta madam, please ask your question.
Very good evening to all our Pacifians, and thank you, Mr. Gvrao, for inviting me. I don't have any question, but I have one topic to discuss with Ames and all of you, because today I have made a video, but today I want to clear it in English, that Defense Ministry of India has changed its platform Microsoft operating systems to Maya, and it is under beta testing. I'm just finishing it shortly. And this Maya is professionally going to announce on 15th of August on Independence Day of India. And from the last year, this issue has been raised because the Ames, this is not regarding Michael William Ames, but the All India Institute of Medical Services data has been hacked by 5 hackers, Chinese hackers, and this problem has been faced by the Indian government. So I just want all of you to focus what is running around you, and they have just changed Microsoft, which is not a small name, to Maya, which is under beta testing with the Defense, Army and Navy. So you all are lucky, because world is noticing the cyber crimes and hacking issues running all over the world, and we are having all the products which is safest and securest, because we have the checks over each and every product, so the scammers or hackers would not breach these checks. So you are lucky. We are having a O-Verify, which is running on biometric phases also, on pattern and password issues also, on your facial detection also, on your documents also. So not even a O-Verify, we are having all these on O-Connect. We are having each product with each terms and conditions and regarding that. And we have set the breaches of all our products, so the spammers and hackers are beyond to reach or get inside these our products. Then they are not possible to get inside our system. So there is no more issues regarding the hackers and spammers. So thank you, Mr. Gvrao, for inviting me. And this issue is related to the All India Medical Institute, AIMS, not to Michael William Ames. And my greetings to Michael William Ames also.
Thank you, Sapnaji. Thank you very much. And with Dr. L.D. Bhagat. Dr. L.D. Bhagat, please unmute yourself and say a few words.
Very good evening, everyone, and most welcome to our esteemed guest, Mr. Michael Williams and Julie Nguyen. As we know that we are in the final stage of this process and going commercial very shortly. Today's session has been so wonderful and informative by Mr. Michael Williams, and we hope the series of his sessions all over the world is going to help us all, because at this stage everyone needs the latest information and latest knowledge, and that is being delivered by many leaders, and especially the pillar of our OnPassive, as we say, Mr. Michael Williams. Today's session has been so helpful for everyone. So I can say that we are in a process where there was a lot of negativity, and awareness was essential for everyone. But by that time, we are proceeding step by step. Everyone is associated with this process, and we hope that very soon the way company is growing, we are going definitely to change the lives of people, and everyone is waiting for OVLS, because the focus has been totally shifted from I to we. Everywhere, in every webinar, people talk of how to help humanity, and that is a awesome concept by our CEO, Mr. Ashwapare, and we should be thankful to him that everyone is changing his mind. Everyone is going to help others and shifting our focus, because as we see that before OnPassive and after OnPassive, there will be a lot of difference how people will think, how people will act, and there will definitely be a visible change in their actions and thought. Because till now, there has been no business in the world that has been so generous, so helping, and so caring for the community or any person other than the businessman himself. Because there is corruption outside, there is discrimination outside, there is competition outside, there is lag pulling, there is jealousy. But as in OnPassive, we can see that we are working as a family, and there is no space for jealousy, there is no space for...
Sorry for the interruption, time is very crucial. Please.
Right. So
thank you.
We have to follow all the guidelines and rules as instructed by Mr. Ashwapare, and that is to be the best human being. And business is being built by the company, and we have to build ourselves, and we have to be human rather than just one human being. So thank you, and over to you.
Thank you very much. Gklooks Krishna, please unmute yourself and go.
Sir, my name is Krishna. I am telling you sir. The time is just 2 minutes. I want to ask a question.
Sir, why
I want to ask a question.
Krishna, 1 minute. Gklooks Krishna, 1 minute. Order of series to Gklooks Krishna, please unmute yourself and please ask anyone to ask.
Good evening, sir. All of you. Sir, voice vastunda?
Yes.
First of all, thank you, sir. Gvrao sir inviting me, and Narasimha Reddy sir, and Michael Williams sir, Julie madam. Thank you, sir. See you at this meeting. Small question, sir. Michael Williams sir. Present OConnect is more data using in attendees. Panelists not data using, but attendees joining more data using. Next version is data using is control or not, sir? This is a small question.
Maybe you can clarify the question for me. I didn't quite hear. Gvrao, did you hear the question?
Yes, sir. Yes. He has to asking one question. OConnect, when we are using in OConnect, the data is more consumable. Sir, is there any possible prediction in data usage while we are using OConnect?
Yeah, so again, what we have in OConnect is a test version, right? So as we get ready for the commercial version, there will be differences. Okay, so we'll just have to wait for that to be rolled out, and then we can see the difference there. And also we know, even with from a data standpoint, that is changing. More and more providers are making it more cost effective to provide data to people around the world. So that's also going to help as well. Okay, but wait for the commercial version, and then you'll see the difference.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you. And next to Geet Anand, India.
Hello, good evening to everyone. Thank you, Gvrao sir. Thank you so very much for giving me the opportunity to over here. First of all, I would like to thank you for creating such a wonderful webinar for everyone. Thank you so very much. I don't have any question at all, but just I want to thank Michael, William, and Julie for coming to India. Thank you so very much. Thank you. Thanks a lot. No questions.
Thank you. Thank you, madam. Thank you very much. Krishna, India. Please unmute yourself and ask question. Krishna, India.
Thank you so much, sir. First of all, thank you to Michael Williams and Julie Madam. Thank you for coming here. I want to ask two questions. The question is, which app will come first? Yes.
You're not very audible. There's a lot of static. But go ahead and try.
Which app will come first, OESR or Connect, sir? Now, okay?
Okay, yeah, that's much better. Which app will come first?
Which one is come to our first? O Connect or OES? Which application, mobile application, will come out first?
Sir, my voice is audible?
Yes, we can hear you, sir. We can hear you. We heard the question.
Hello.
You know, yes, we can hear you, Krishna. Let's just wait and see whether we have O Connect as the first app or whether the OES itself is the first app. My personal belief is that O Connect will be the first app, but let's just wait and see though. It's neither here nor there which one it is. But we do know we're going in that direction so that everyone can have the proper access globally. Okay, that makes the most sense based on the device that they're using. So let's just wait on that, okay? The next one, Gvrao.
Thank you, sir.
Hello.
Thank you. Next, OnPassive Prashant.
Yes, sir. Gvrao, sir, my voice is audible now?
OnPassive Prashant, please unmute yourself and ask the question.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Let me introduce myself. I am Prashant, OnPassive Telugu YouTuber also. Today we welcome our special guest to Michael Williams, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for coming. Welcome to the South Indian Telugu panel. I feel very happy to have this opportunity, sir. I want to share one thing, sir. That from the day I was recognized as a YouTuber in our company, my family name also became OnPassive, sir. So I got a special recognition. My name was changed OnPassive Prashant. And one thing, sir, who is guidance in the right direction in our Telugu state in India are looking us to brothers and sisters through the OConnect panel, sir, that called South Indian panel, showing completely real understanding of our company. Special thanks to Gvrao sir and Nasimha Reddy sir. We have to really, sir. We are lucky to have you, sir, Gvrao sir and Nasimha Reddy sir. Thanks for this giving this opportunity to me, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Sampath Patel, please unmute yourself and say a few words.
Hello. Thank you so much. Give me some opportunity. Thank you so much. Hello. Greeting to all the founders and Andarki Namaskara. Today I am feeling very proud to be on this platform of South India. For this, I thank the host of this meeting, Mr. Gvrao, and co-host software engineer, Mr. Nasimha Reddy. Nasimha Reddy, sir, also has a lot of technical knowledge because he did webinar with me for 6 months in Hindi or English. And first of all, I thank all the guests who have come on this platform from South India, and especially through this platform, I want to thank from the bottom of my heart Michael Williams, sir, Julie ma'am, and my elder brother Jaswant Singh Jassi, sir. of thank you so much. And among friends, I always attend the meeting of Michael Williams, sir, because here I get a lot of technical knowledge and there are many doubts regarding our company. Michael Williams, sir, clear them very well. According to the updates that all of us founders have received, received in the last few webinars, now all of us founders should fasten seat belt, and very soon we have prepare ourselves to buy the package. However, the tension all the us used to have regarding the package has been removed by our CEO. I feel that here are many such a great leaders of South India who have done very good work in our company and they are going to get great result from it. It means to say that 360-degree change is going to come in the life of all of us founders in the coming few months, and very soon we are going to win with OnPassive. With these few words, I thank all the leaders sitting in the panel. So I have some little questions, sir. Sir, what should that founders do in the current scenario? I mean to say, whether the founder should share his referral link on social media now or not? This is my question, sir.
Okay, so that's entirely up to each individual, okay? So if you have a desire to share your link right now, by all means you can, okay? There are thousands of founders who are doing just that, and they're getting customers that are, coming in and getting that free account. So there's nothing wrong with that. So if you know how to do that, go ahead. There are a lot of founders who don't know how to do that and don't know how to, actually go through that process, and that's okay. Folks, this business is about do what you can, okay? So whatever you can do it, okay? As long as whatever you're doing is ethical, as long as whatever you're doing is clean, as long as whatever you're doing is honest, that's what it's about. So if you can share your referral link, it's okay. By all means, okay? Just know that a lot will be happening coming soon.
Okay, thank you. Nagma Tabash from India. Please unmute yourself. Nagma.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Gvrao sir. Thank you so much. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone. I don't have any question, but it is always amazing to hear our great leader, Mr. Michael Williams, sir. And it is a pleasure to be a part of this webinar. I just don't have any question. I want to say that I have done all my planning and I'm seriously waiting to start, and I'm ready to start whenever the doors will open. So thank you so much for inviting me, Gvrao sir, and thank you so much, Michael Williams sir and Julie ma'am, for being a part of this webinar. And I'm really a big fan of Michael Williams sir. So thank you so much, and over to you, Gvrao sir.
Thank you, madam. Thank you very much. Engineer Sushanta Bishwas, please unmute yourself.
Oh, thank you, my dear friend Gvrao. Actually, I was listening. I don't like to speak actually, but thank you so much for giving me a chance to say a few words. After Michael Williams, actually there is nothing to speak. As he said that OnPassive is doing so much, but we can ask ourselves what we are doing for our future or for moving forward. So we should be active. We should do a small things from our side, and if we compound all those small works, and that will be a great works and big works. So we should act from our side, and companies giving us so much opportunities. We should use that opportunity. Just an example, that the YouTube contest, that was mainly for the founding members. We could use it to make huge users in our team. Say for example, with a simple ad, a simple promotion, I have added almost 200 users in my account, just promoting the YouTube contest. So if everyone can do that, if anyone can add 10 users or 20 users, so they won't have any zero founding team, zero founding member. Everyone will have the team. So company will do its best for us, but we should also try for doing something for the company or for ourselves. Thank you so much. Thank you. Over to Gvrao.
Thank you, Engineer Sushant Bishwas. Thank you very much for your sharing. And Chilla Venkat Kodada, please unmute yourself.
Sir, a very good evening, sir. Especially for today's evening webinar and inviting Mr. Michael sir to India and conducting for all India, not only South India, for all India. You have done excellent program, sir. We are very grateful to you, Gvrao sir, R.K. Reddy sir, and Janagram Reddy sir, and many other founders who are part of this. And as sir said just now, Michael Williams has said everything up to date today. It's really wonderful and amazing. And sir said one thing, that even a single founder can do much better. It's really a boosting for everyone's life, sir. We are so much thankful on all the team that Ash Mufare sir and Michael Williams sir, and who are all part of this program and who are all part of this company. It's really a poor people, really a life-giving source company this is. We are very much thankful, sir. All South Indian panels, sir, Gvrao sir especially, and R.K. Reddy sir, and Janagram Reddy sir, and Netsmarao sir. And who is these are the people who are behind all the times, and they are giving up-to-date information to the normal people. This is a wonderful and amazing updates. We are wholeheartedly, we thank you, sir, for giving this opportunity and sharing your views and thoughts on behalf of all of us. Thank you, Michael Williams, sir, today as being the chief guest of India's webinar. And we would like to again ask you one question, sir. Now, suppose, now when we are opening the Gmail, now we have the login and password, and tomorrow when suppose if we in future something happens to our mobile or forget the password, if Gmail password is not there, how to access, how to log in it, sir? Because in the future there will be OTP system. Suppose if the device or something password has got some error, how to log in itself?
Okay, so let's focus on making sure that we have our password for our OES written down. Okay, make sure we have it somewhere safe. Okay, don't just store it on your phone or your device. Okay, so what that means, as long as I know what my OES password is, right, I can use any device. So if I lose my phone tomorrow, I can get a new phone and I can use that phone and still log in to my OES. Because the OES is not tied to a single device, okay? So that's what we need to do, and not worrying about our Gmail accounts as far as, you know, if I lose my phone, I can't access my Gmail. Just make sure your OES information is safe. Also, the same thing with your Gmail password. Make sure you have these things written down. Too many founders, they store their information on their phone. So when they just go to the app, the Gmail app on their phone, they log in that way without entering a password because it's stored, it's saved. Okay? No, if I know what my Gmail password is, I can go use any device I want, and I can log into my Gmail by using the web browser. Okay, I don't need the app. As a matter of fact, I don't even use the Gmail app on my phone. Okay, I go in through the browser, whether it's Bing or Google or whatever. I use the browser on my phone, and that's how I access my email when I'm using my phone. Okay, I don't use the app. So that's all we have to do. If we do that, okay, then we don't need to worry about what happens if I lose my phone, etc. Okay, so make sure it's written down. Your password is written down in a safe place. Okay, and you'll be fine. All right.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Venkat. Thank you very much. Next, Digital Prashant. Please unmute yourself and say a few words or question.
Yeah.
Digital
Hi to
Prashant.
everyone. Yeah. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you so much, sir, Michael Williams and Julie ma'am and Gvrao sir, and for everybody. And thank you so much. And straight to the point, my question is that, and we are Indians, we paid $100 as well as when it comes to US, and they also paid $100, and we both paid $100 and we became founders. But when it comes to income variation, because $100 for us, it's a huge amount. If you get, profits like $200, $300, that amount is very huge. But when it comes to US people, that is very less. So how it is going to be balanced? They may feel disappointed. When it comes to Indian people, we feel very happy because $200 is very big. So how it is going to be balanced? Because we paid same amount, $100 as well as 100. They paid 100 and we paid 100. So how it is going to be balanced, sir?
Okay, so I get that. And this is where I said earlier that all of us will not get paid the same amount. Now, if I sell one product, let's say if I get one customer, so I made one sale of O Connect, me, okay? And you make one sale of O Connect. We're both gonna get the same pay. Okay? There is no difference in pay. It doesn't matter where you are in the world. It's the same. Okay? If I sell 10 O Connect products, right? And you sell one, that means I'm gonna make more money than you because I sold more than you. If you sell 10 and I sell 2, you understand? You're gonna make more than me. Okay? Dollar figure. So I understand what you're saying. If I get $100 and you get $100, the way for me, if I live in the United States, I need to have more sales, right? So if you're in India, you probably need to make less sales than I do in order to have the value that I'm looking forward to. For example, in America, the average income is about $45,000 US. Okay, that's the average. Meaning some people make more, some people make less. That's the average, okay? In India, I'm sure the average is less than that, okay? But guess what though? Our cost is also more, right? So, our home's gonna cost more, our car's gonna cost more, our food, so the cost of living in the US is more. So that's why people in the US or North America need to make more money than, let's say, someone that's in India or, China, etc. Okay? So doesn't matter where you are in the world, it's a level playing field for OnPassive. So the income that you make per sale is the same. However, depending on how much sales you have, that's what's going to determine your income. Okay, so everything is balanced as far as it's the same commission, right? But it depends on the amount of sales. So that's how people in the US, they just have to make more sales. It just means I have to work harder than you. That's what it means. Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Thank you so much, sir. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Prashant. Thank you, Prashant. Thank you very much. DJ Jagan, please unmute yourself and ask the question.
Thank you, GV sir, for inviting me for this event. And good evening, Michael sir. And good morning, Michael sir, and good morning, Julie madam. And this is DJ Jagan, one of the Telugu YouTuber. Namaste, both of you, Julie madam and Michael sir. We are today a great honor to have you, and you made this day very well for the all Telugu peoples. and the step is taken with GV sir for this wonderful meeting. It's really appreciable, and all other leaders also who are in the meeting. So I am so thankful to everyone. And Michael sir, you are a mathematical musician from day since joined in 2020 initial days. From day 1 to here, I followed you. To share to us and all of the world as a founders, and every day I used to follow all the leaders, you and Marty sir, Red sir, and all our leaders. You are giving wonderful information day by day. And my question already you have discussed and earlier through GV sir and through you also, so many people's problems have been solved. The problem is the alternate email ID. Already we are already discussed earlier some regarding this question. So still so many people are having problem to log in the founder set because they're forgetting this password of alternate existing mail IDs. Is there any still chance? But last webinar, as sir told that there is no required of alternate email ID to log in future. Okay, that thing else. But is there any chance in coming days in one-time measurement these problems will be solved? Is there any chance that we have any other plan on this issue people who are facing this problem?
My thought is this, that we have given a lot of time for people to get their issues solved, especially when it comes to logging into their account. Gvrao can attest to this, Satna can attest to this, Engineer Shishanta and others, Sampat, Magma, right? There have been so many that we've given the time for so many people to come forward with their issues so that we can help them and solve them, okay? And it's not something that we can keep on doing and doing and doing and doing. I remember giving a deadline. I said, listen, this is the deadline, this is the date. I'm not doing this anymore after this particular date, and people didn't come forward and they wait till after the fact and now they want to come. Folks, the company is trying to run a business and we ask founders to do simple things. Because if we were logging into our account on a regular basis, then we would have known that, for some reason I can't get in. Okay, I need help. Can you help me? But because we left it alone and we're chasing this and chasing that and forget all about OnPassive, and then we come back because we're smelling something good is about to happen. Now we're saying, I can't get into my account because I haven't logged in the past 2 years. Can you help me? Right? It's tough. It's challenging to be able to keep going back when we have more important things to be doing. We want to be getting ready to start selling our products. That's what we want to focus on, to get to the point to open the doors to start sell the products so you, me, all of us can have money in our pockets from these sales. That's what we want to focus on. Okay, so founders need to listen and pay attention to their business. Remember I said earlier about treating your business, right? Treating your business the way you want to be treated. Okay, this is exactly what we're talking about. Right, this is part of it. So right now, the company says they're not changing any more emails and all of this stuff for people. But if they're already in their OES, they should be fine. Everyone should know what their password is to get into their OES. Again, write it down. I mean, I have all sorts of paper, like on my desk. I write things down. Okay? We're living in a digital world, but it doesn't mean that everything needs to be digital. Okay? Good old pen and paper still works, right? Especially when it comes to important things. Your business is important. Can you imagine somebody gives you, hey, here's a check for $1 million, and you just take that check and just throw it somewhere, in your house, and you're like, oh my gosh, where did I put that check? I can't find it. That's what people are doing with their OnPassive business. That's exactly what they're doing. And these are going to be the people that's going to complain down the road, saying, my gosh, I was in and I don't know what I did with my I can't get into my account. right? Don't be like that. Treat your business exactly like how you want to be treated. Give it the respect that it deserves, because financially, it's the best thing that you have going right now. Financially on passive, your on passive account, whether you have one or two, whatever, doesn't matter. Your on passive account is the best thing you have financially going right now. So give it the respect that it deserves. Okay? Gvrao, I'm over my time by 25 minutes. I have another meeting I have to be at in 5 minutes at 12:30.
Yes. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
If we got one, this person, we'll take that. I think Gklooks had an opportunity already, I believe. We'll take the other gentleman that's there real quick.
Okay, sir. Thank you, and thank you very much for attending my South Indian Telugu Zoom meeting and explained so much enthusiastic statements and the deep knowledge regarding OnPassive to all my Indian community as well as South Indian community. And I feel you are my mentor, and you are my guru, and you are my brother, friend, and all about you. And I love you so much, and always I like you and I respect you so much. And I always pray for God. Your love and affection always towards me is much more effective. Thank you very much, and thank you, sir. I think you are in a most busy schedule right now. Thank you very much.
Yes, Gvrao. Is it Shriman? Does that person have a question?
Shriman, yes. Shriman, please unmute yourself and ask one question.
Good evening, sir. Thank you very much for inviting me and giving me such a wonderful opportunity to speak in this wonderful dais. Sir, one small question. Actually, I am a lecturer. I tried to share my screen and give some lecture on OConnect as that we are doing in Zoom now. We have expected there will be little more features and more accommodative for the students to capture all the presentation. But I found there is no screen share option, and it is expected that it is going to come and it will be added in the paid version. So without being added into the trial version, how can we come to get the confirmation, and how can I get the confidence on the paid version it is going to be good? Thank you.
Okay, so first of all, what we've seen thus far, all the features that we've seen in OConnect, is good enough. Now, is it the ultimate OConnect? No, it isn't. But we're going to get versions after versions after versions of the same product. Okay, so the company has given us a lot right now with OConnect, and we'll have more with it, right? So if we trust, again, we're founding members. If we trust the CEO, if we trust the company, if we've seen enough to still garner that trust, then we just have to continue to do just that, right? That trust that when we have the commercial version, it's going to do what it needs to do for that particular time, and the next version will be better than that, and the version after that will be better, and so on, right? We will have enough in the first commercial version to be able to sell it, that people will want it, right? That's all that matters at the moment. But it may not do everything that you want it to do, right? Sometimes, you buy a product, you may buy a car, and the car, you know what? There's these 100 things that I was looking for, but it gives me 90 of those things. You know what? That's good enough. I'll take those 90. You understand? So that's what we're going to have in the first version of OConnect. Okay? There may be, 3 other things that you may want to see, right? And they're not there now, but what is there is more than enough for it to be a good product in the marketplace, that people will see the value and they will buy it. That's what we're looking for, and that's what we're going to have. So just be patient a little longer, and when we get it, we'll see what is there, and then we know that the next version will be even better than it. But at least it's a starting point so that we can all start to make some money, okay? Which I'm sure everyone will be happy for. Okay, so that's a good thing. All right.
Okay, brother. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And on that note, Gvrao, again, let me thank you so much. You have been there time and time again, asking me to come. But see, you didn't stop, right? You didn't stop. You continued, and that's good. That's a good thing. You persevered, and you kept on asking. And when the time was right, even though my voice is not the best, but when the time was right,
No, your voice is best. Your voice is very much best, and you are looks like enthusiastic presentation, and it's all about your energy. And we are very much thankful to you, sir. No doubt at all. All time, please welcome when we need any presentation, like any doubt. I will call you and please address my community.
Yeah, absolutely. And so I thank you. I thank Jaswant. I know he's not well, so he's not here in the panel. All the great leaders. I mean, there's so many. There's lots of great leaders. We have great leaders in every single country. There is no doubt about that. Female leaders, male leaders, everyone. We have a lot of great people in OnPassive, and that is something that you rarely see. Usually there's a few, but in OnPassive, there's so many, so many, and that's a good thing. And that's one of the reasons why we've grown the way we have. So I just encourage everyone to just relax, just get a good night's sleep. I know it's late. And just know that your future is secured in OnPassive. Okay, you don't need anything else. OnPassive is all you need financially. OnPassive is all you need. OnPassive will surpass what your job is doing for you. That's how good OnPassive is. So rest assured that all is well. All is well. And we'll see you at the next stop. Take care, everyone. Have yourself a good night.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
అయిపోయిందా